There was an article that went out today. AEW is less confident Daniel Garcia will sign a new deal amid WWE interest. Now, I'm reading the article. It's getting posted everywhere. And it's interesting because Daniel Garcia did not beat MJF at All In. And then you have Daniel Garcia being kept off of TV. So then Dave Meltzer, and you guys know how I feel about Dave Meltzer. A lot of times when Dave Meltzer talks, sometimes I just don't understand this guy. But he says, yeah, it has everything to do with that. AEW is not using him on TV because he hasn't re-signed. And I don't think they want to put him on TV until he makes the commitment. And I get it. Why? You can use the TV time for people who are signed. As far as what's going to happen with him, I would say that almost surely the surety or strong confidence that he was signing. I wouldn't say that it's as strong. I wouldn't say that he's leaving either, but it's not as strong as it was a month ago. He may leave. The fact he didn't sign before the last pay-per-view was one that is like, hey, wait a minute. Why didn't he sign before the last pay-per-view? And made a difference. Now, this obviously came from the Wrestling Observer Radio. Dave Meltzer, Tony Khan, best friends. They apparently love each other. And quite frankly, guys, I'm going to just be so real with you. When it comes to Daniel Garcia, okay, Daniel Garcia is a rising star. This guy has it. He's got the look. He's got the charisma. He's got the promo skills. He's got the cool factor. He's got everything. He's everything that WWE would want in NXT. And then you have to wonder why AEW is now apparently less confident about him. And then I kind of thought about something. I want to share this with you guys for a second because I thought this was kind of crazy too. Dave Meltzer, I don't really trust his reports. And for some reason, I get a feeling that maybe Dave Meltzer puts out a story like this just to make it even bigger of an impact when Daniel Garcia does actually inevitably re-sign with AEW instead of going to the WWE. Because it's weird, but that's the way Dave Meltzer's reporting is sometimes. Sometimes I feel as a viewer that maybe Dave says things to make AEW look better in the long run. Now, Daniel Garcia staying in AEW would make a lot of sense. It would make a lot of sense for him to stay in AEW. But in the same time, I'm looking at Daniel Garcia and I think, dude, NXT is kind of struggling at the top of the card. Man, maybe he should go to NXT. Now, by the way, I've said this. I apply this to my everyday life. So let's put myself in the shoes of Daniel Garcia.
Sefo Malik super chatted $5.54. I wouldn't be surprised if Daniel Garcia makes a debut at NXT on the CW.
Sefa, thank you for the $5 super chat. It's on par with our topic. I wouldn't be surprised if Daniel Garcia makes a debut at NXT on the CW. Now, I don't know if he's a free agent yet. I don't know. I don't know if he's a free agent yet. But this is what I will say about Daniel Garcia's contract situation. If he hasn't signed yet, and WWE is interested, if I were putting myself in the shoes of Daniel Garcia, or really any free agent for that matter, I would take every call possible. I apply this every single day in my life. Because the reality is, wrestling's a job. It's a job. Daniel Garcia works a job. There's whispers of another company being interested in you. Why would you not? Why would you not see what they would offer you? Which, by the way, to be fair, there hasn't been one individual brought in from AEW to WWE or NXT that has been booked like absolute shit. They have all been booked and presented as a big deal. Brian Pillman Jr., you might not like his gimmick, but WWE has packaged him. They utilize him. Ethan Page was given the World Championship in 1 month. Shawn Spears came back. They gave him vignettes. He's utilized. He's also got backstage influence due to, you know, being a trainer and stuff like that. If I was Daniel Garcia, why would I not look at that as an opportunity to see if I could get more money or more opportunity or whatever it may be? Because he's been with AEW since the beginning. I think if he stays in AEW, there's nothing wrong with that. But I do think it would be really silly to not at least hear the other side. I think, you know, the big thing that people need to understand too, like in the real world, if you're looking at a job, so many people have loyalty to a job, and I know because I've experienced it myself, having loyalty for a job. But the minute that people forget this, like this, we live in a really weird world where companies will be like, oh, we have this family atmosphere and we're a family and bro, pay me my money and shut up. I'm going to come in, I'm going to give you 100% of my effort, pay me my money, pay me what I think I'm worth. I don't necessarily believe in loyalty to companies. So that's why I keep saying it's always good to hear other offers. You never know what it would be. I don't think there's anything wrong with Daniel Garcia staying in AEW because I feel like he's for the most part, more often than not, he's looked good in AEW. But there is an area that WWE can benefit from Daniel Garcia's services. So why not check to see if you could get paid for it? I think it's also very telling if Dave Meltzer is correct in the sense that they are, as a company, AEW, being less confident in re-signing him. Why haven't you put pen to paper? Why did you give him such a big moment at AEW All In if you didn't put pen to paper? That's what I want to know. Maybe that's the thing I'm struggling with the most here. So I don't know. Very interesting. But if Daniel Garcia does not re-sign with AEW and he goes to NXT, and if he goes to NXT on the CW, if that's like an actual possibility, which I don't think that is. I don't think that's a real possibility. I don't think his contract allows. But if Daniel Garcia pulls up in WWE NXT, that's a big blow to AEW. Losing your vets is one thing. Don't get it twisted. Losing your vets is one thing. But if you lose your up-and-coming stars, that's a problem. That's a big problem. And then it makes me say, you should probably be developing talent. You should probably get a performance center. You should probably copy WWE. That's how I look at it.